Hi all, hope all is well. Welcome to episode 12 of Adventures in Droning. On today's episode, we have been tasked with spraying sodium hydroxide on the rooftop of greenhouses. Now, the reason you'd want to spray sodium hydroxide onto the roofs of greenhouses is to remove the paint from the previous year. So a lot of industrial greenhouse operations, as you can see in the background here, they put white paint on the rooftops during the hotter months of the year to reduce the light getting in. And what that does is it actually reduces the temperature, and it's quite significant too. I have heard reports that it can be anywhere from 1 degree to 5 degrees, potentially a significant decrease in the temperature in a greenhouse during summer months, especially in a place like Australia where it can get extremely humid and there's a lot of sunshine. Basically, while we're applying the paint in summer, for example, we get a lot of reports from workers who go back into the greenhouses afterwards, and they say it went from being unbearable to work in to being manageable. It's something that is quite significant indeed. So you can see here in the background, the drone is it's an automated process. So basically the boundaries of the rooftop have been clearly marked out using the drone itself often, and then the drone is programmed to actually fly over the rooftop and spray in 3 meter swaths or 2 meter swaths depending on the application that we're putting on. So for example, with this one here, we're using sodium hydroxide, and the sodium hydroxide actually soaks into the calcium based paint and helps to remove it. Basically, at first it will soak into the paint, and then during the night, when condensation forms, it actually soaks into the paint itself and blends with the sodium hydroxide and runs off. I've been fortunate enough to do this during night operations at times, and I've been there during rain as well, and the effectiveness of actually removing the paint is significant. Here you can see there's a few shots there of the plants and that they were growing. This particular greenhouse was growing a lot of herbs, so the whole place smelt like an omelette. It was amazing. There you can see a few different shots of the actual sodium hydroxide that we're using. It's a product called Top Clear, and it is extremely effective. This is all spring onions in there, so that there, when it was warmed up by the sun, it actually smelt like someone was making an omelette. It was amazing. Here you can see us putting the product in. So this is a bit of a shot for those who are unaware of how we fill the drones. The content of the sodium hydroxide, so the rate we're putting it on at, was about 700 litres per hectare. So it's an extremely dense product, and it goes on quite thick. But from all the reports we're receiving year on year, it's an extremely effective process. In this shot here, you can actually see their other method of keeping the greenhouse cool. So there's quite a few extraction fans in there as well to keep the air circulating during operations. Here you can see the label. It's primarily sodium hydroxide. So I was amazed when I first come into this business, and they told me that I'd be working with sodium hydroxide. I just couldn't believe my luck. I'm a bit of a chemical freak, and I've made sodium hydroxide myself in the past. And when I learnt that it actually had another industrial application, I was pretty amazed. So again, for sodium hydroxide, this is another one of those industrial applications that most people wouldn't even think of in regards to sodium hydroxide. Now, in the following footage, I decided to take out my own little drone and actually put it in the air and try and get some video footage of the spray drone in operations above the greenhouses. And as you can see here, everything was going really well. This was the first flight that I did for the day, put a new battery in it, sent it on its way, and immediately ran into problems. You can see here it's going down, 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 drone down, slides down the greenhouse and crashes into the gutter. So I lost my drone on the roof of the greenhouse. And for those who own these little drones, they are quite expensive. You're talking $2,500, $3,000 for the drone itself. Now, if you've ever experienced drone loss, it's quite stressful. So before too long, I was like a lizard up a ladder and on the roof to go find my drone. The great drone rescue. Try not to fall through these tarps. Everyone's getting a real inside look today. Let's see how messed up this drone is. Looks like it's going to be all right. It's still pretty aggro though. Let's have a look here. Get him up. Come on, little fella. He's all right. Nothing wrong with him. Magnetic interference. The battery's about to pop out of it. Battery failure. Get that on the little jobs, big jobs. Jobs where I should be working instead of flying little drones. So in this footage here, you can actually see that the battery itself expanded in the drone and pushed itself out of the terminals, which is a big problem for a little drone. So obviously that's what resulted in it failing. It was a controlled landing though, so there's that benefit. That's always a good thing. And that's pretty much it for today's video. We wrapped it up. We got the job done pretty quickly as well. So we packed her up and we were on our way out of there. Hopefully this has provided you with some unique insight into the removal of calcium-based paints from the rooftops of greenhouses. If you enjoyed the video, please feel free to give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe, and until next time, cheers, bye.